Hey, what's up everybody? It's Chris, the Average Mickey P, and welcome back to the Kurutsuki Show. And today, it's going to be another event report, and I'm going to talk about Namco Million Stars, the first live in Taiwan, which was last week. And I know I said I would not go. I ended up going, or teleporting, as some of you saw. Okay, so before I talk about the live, I just want to let's just talk a bit about where I was with Million Live before I went to this live. So, Million Live, for the longest time, I've been resisting Million Live in the sense that, for me, Idol Master, first and foremost, is about the music. It's how I got into Namco, it's how I got into Cinderella Girls. The music comes first, and then the characters add to it. Unfortunately, for Million Live, what was a key element that was lacking for me was an easy access to the characters. I mean, there's the manga, which I've read a bit, not too much, but a bit, and it gives you a good glimpse of the character, but not as much as I would have wanted to. It's not like the game, there's been a lot of games for the regional Namco series, plus in the animes, and Cinderella Girls the same thing. Like, there's Starlight Stage, even though I don't play it, I know it, and there's the anime as well for Cinderella Girls. And so Million Live is lacking that thing, which makes it hard for me to approach it, because might be a surprise for some of you, I'm not really a seiyuu person. I mean, I like seiyus, but I'm not a seiyota. I feel that Million Live was really a franchise for seiyotas, seiyuu otakus, for those who don't know what seiyota is. And I mean, it's fine. I like the music from Million Live. There's a lot of good music from Million Live. It's just that I never found the motivation to listen to it. My Million Live backlog is awful right now. As of recording this video, I still have not finished watching Million Live second. When the first Master of the Idol Award happened, I knew of Cinderella Girl and Million Live, but not really that much. I mean, I had seen them on the 8th Blu-ray, like they had been there before, you know, Chokaigi and everything, but I did not know them. And when the Blu-ray for SSA came out, surprisingly, I found myself more attracted to the Million Live songs than the Cinderella Girls songs, which I thought were kind of really silly, and I didn't really know what to think of Cinderella Girls. After the Cinderella Girls first Blu-ray came out, I started listening to more and more Cinderella Girls songs, and I found a balance that I like with the characterization and the music. When the Blu-ray for Million Live first came out, personally I find that the production values for that Blu-ray are lacking. They're definitely not as good as Cinderella Girls first or other Blu-rays from IMS Live that I've watched. So that did disappoint me, and I didn't get hooked. Not the way I would have expected to be hooked. So ever since then, I kind of not been really attracted to Million Live. I figured it would change if I went to a live. So at the time, I applied for, well, no, Million Live second, I knew I could not make it. I applied for Million Live third, which is actually how I got to make my E+ account, and I got denied. Then I applied for Million Live fourth. I got denied again, and well, it didn't really bother me that much because, again, I wasn't really there with Million Live. So when Taiwan got announced, I wouldn't say I shrugged. When Taiwan got announced, I knew I was not gonna go because at the time I had other live projects which would interfere with going to Taiwan, and frankly I didn't really see myself going all the way to Taiwan for Million Live. Again, not because I don't like them, it's just that I like them, but I didn't think that I like them enough. Even though the Namco element was really enticing. And about a month ago, I guess after Million Life 4th, after what really bothered me was everything like the hanging out I missed. Taiwan has that reputation for amazing lives, so I knew I wanted to go to Taiwan around a month before. So what I did is I contacted my friend Gary, who lives in Taiwan and could hook me up with tickets. And we started exchanging, and I started entertaining the thought of going to Taiwan, but nothing got confirmed until 2 weeks before the live happened. So by that time I figured, well, there's 2 weeks to go, I might as well keep it a secret, which is what I did. And I got the reactions I wanted to have from keeping it a secret. I got, and I'm really happy about that. And I hope you all enjoyed seeing me at the live, or something like that. Secret guest Kotski. But anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about the live, and I'll tell you what it did to me for Mill Live. So, first of all, as I mentioned, I have my backlog for Million Live is ridiculous. So there were a lot of songs that were performed on both days that I never knew. Well, I guess the set list for day 1 and day 2 is identical besides 2 songs. But yeah, there's a lot of them I didn't know, and I still don't know them, but I will look into them because I really liked what I listened to. But alright, let's talk. So the live starts with Ready, which is like a stapled Idol Master song. I guess I was not really expecting them to do it, but it makes sense that they would do, because Ready is still like a very important Idol Master song, and it was really good to see like old school Namco with the new Namco, because that's what Million Live is. Million Live is Namco. After Ready, they started splitting up into smaller groups. So it was basically at least one senpai and one kohai, which is senpai kohai was really a team that I really liked about this live. Again, because you got the old Namco crew and the new Namco crew together, and there was some sort of, you know, like Donketsu, and I really liked it. I think this was a very important live, not just because it's the first overseas, well, outside of Japan live, but it's also technically the first real live that has both generations of Namco performing together. I mean, they performed together before at Master of the Idol World or release events, but as a proper one-man live, I guess you could call it, it had never been done before. So that was really important. And so the fact that they opened Ready, then they all sing Ready at the same time, it was just... After that, I believe they did Happy Lucky Jet Machine, which is now a song. It's a song everybody knows. I know it. It's Yuiton performing that. So it was Yuiton and Eriko. And I like the song. I used to not really care for the song during the first SSA, but I've learned to love the song over time, and seeing it performed live with Eriko and Yuiton was just amazing. And the most amazing thing to me was Yuiton following... it was Eriko following Yuiton's dance moves. I guess Namco is like, well, old Namco is known for not really... I mean, they do dance, but... I mean, they do some moves. Like, the one dancer would be, like, new. But seeing Eriko, like, perform moves was... It was great. Atsukoi no Less and Shokyohan. with Machiko and Asapon. It was pretty good too. It's Tsubasa song again, like Nao's song. It's a song that we've known for a long time. I believe Basu mentioned it in his blog. So you know, there's a call that's you're supposed to say LOVE, lovely Machiko. So on the first day, everybody did that. On the second day, it did LOVE, lovely Shimoda. I did lovely Asapon. I heard a couple of people do lovely Asapon on day 2. That was great. Like, you know, it's not just Machiko who's lovely Asapon as well. Okay, so the set list is out there. I'm not going to go through all the songs. I'll just go through some of the songs that marked me. One of them was Praline, Perline, or however you want to pronounce that, by Aimee. I'd been wanting to see this one performed live for a long. It's one of my favorite Neil Live songs, and Aimee did not. Aimee is so good. It's amazing. She's amazing. She's just amazing. Another song that I liked was Bittersweet by Suzy. I've liked Fuka songs ever since I first heard them. And one of my main motivation to go to ML3 back in the days was because she was going to be there and she was going to perform. And also Million Live 4, I really wanted to see her perform. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to either, but she was there in Taiwan, and she did the songs I liked. I was happy. So one thing of note is that Miku was supposed to be there for this live. Unfortunately, she was sick and could not attend. So what they did is they got Harami and Migosu to sing Tomei na Prologue, which is, well, Miku's song. And I have to admit that on day 1, seeing it perform and seeing the entire venue change pen light color to fit to Miku's color, it was really touching. It was great. Sticky Nakiseki, one of my favorite Neil Live song by Pyeon, or Mirai songs. I feel like Sticky Nakiseki to me is the equivalent. It's the Neil Live equivalent of Ippai Ippai. Pyeon does this thing where she gets us to sing, and of course the calls are kind of like similar, like, you know, like Zetai. It is the Ippai Ippai of Neil Live, and Ippai Ippai is an amazing song, and the way Pyeon performs it, the way she performs Sticky Nakiseki is just brilliant. So hearing it live again, because I heard it at Master of the Idol World 2015. Hearing it live, I never get tired of hearing this song live, and I'm glad I went to Taiwan so that I could hear it. So on day 1, they did Diamond Days, and Diamond Days is a great song, but I'd never heard it before, so I didn't know, like, I guess, implications of what that song is. So it was kind of like the group song that ended part 1 of the live. And in day 2, they did Welcome, and Welcome, I love Welcome. It's one of my favorite Million Live song, and doing calls to it is something I love doing and will always love doing. And so that kind of ended part 1, and it was like the middle. So again, I talked a lot about this Kohai Senpai relation. I guess the first part is like, it was the Kohai songs. So it was like the Kohais and the Senpai singing together. And then the second part starts, and it's basically the Senpai songs. So it's basically all Namco songs. And the first one was Otome yo Taishi wo Dake, which I love. It's one of my favorite Haruka songs. And seeing Eriko perform it with Mocho was just brilliant. Like, they could not have chosen a better performer than Mocho to go along for that song. Alright was really great to hear Alright again. It was Azumin and 80. Of course, everybody did the Azumin call because you gotta. Start to start. So it's basically Asapon, Pyeon, and Yuiton. And I briefly mentioned that on my other video that I released on Twitter, but I did not know I wanted Yuiton in that song. Like, how did I never think of Yuiton for that song before? She was the perfect choice. It's like the song was made for Ami and Mami, but it felt like now. It was made for now as well. It was just perfect. Pond the Beach it went straight to my heart. Good song from 10th that, well, it's from One For All, but we had not heard the song since 10th, which makes sense because the Namco has not had a live since 10th. But Pond the freaking bitch. Pond the freaking bitch. So good. Kazuhana, we don't talk about it anymore because it's so good. Does it sound like I'm fanboying about old Namco songs? Yes, I am. Yes, I am, because I love Namco. Namco is where I started with IMAS. Of course. Aoitori, Mingosu, amazing as usual. And so, to end the Senpai song on day one, they did Jibun Restart, which I had guessed would come because of Diamond Days. So I had my Euros ready, and Jibun Restart didn't not disappoint. So yeah, no, Jibun Restart, simply wonderful, amazing. After that section, they started doing full and longer songs. They started with Go My Way. Okay, some small complaint why I've heard is that people don't know how to do calls to Go My Way anymore, which, I mean, that's fine. I think people have been messing up calls for Go My Way for a while now, and they're not gonna stop. It's just the way it is. It's all right. So the first song the one song that really caught my interest in this entire live was Jungle Party. I had never heard that song before, and once it was over, I turned to my to my neighbor Basu, and I told him, what the heck was that song? I was mind blown by Jungle Party. Like the umbaba, the everything, the faces made by Asapon, the faces made by Eddie, like everything is on point with this song. I am so in love with this song. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And now, if I'm having a real regret of not having been at 4th, is apparently they did that song there, and oh my god. I hope they release a Blu-ray of Taiwan, because that was off the charts. That was amazing. That was I don't even have enough words. My vocabulary is too limited to explain how much I love that song. Another song that of note for me was Eternal Harmony. Eternal Harmony, as I've heard it a couple of times. I like the song. I'm not like in love with the song, but what really made my song, what really made the song for me was my neighbor again, Basu, who lost it during day one. He started spinning, crying, choking up, and everything. Like, this song was his everything. He turned to me after and said, "This is the reason I came to Taiwan," and I believed him, because he was really enjoying the song, and so did I. I enjoyed his enjoyment of the song. Let me see the memories. No, Haruka no Mirai. And okay, so Haruka no Mirai. Haruka no Mirai is like the final. Well, felt like the final group song of Kohai Senpai. So it was Pyeon and Eriko. It's another song I did not know, but something amazing happened during that song. As I saw Pyeon and Eriko perform, I got a flashback of the Million Live manga. At the beginning when Mirai, she doesn't know what's going on. She just gets into the live and she's sitting next to Haruka, and Haruka, they're doing calls to Million Live, and she's oblivious. She has no idea who's next to her, and she enjoys what she's seeing. And after that, she decides, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. And the manga continues, and she gets on stage. And as I was listening to Eriko and Pyeon perform, I saw Haruka and Mirai together on stage performing, and it was touching because I felt, I remembered when. I remembered when Mirai just didn't know, like she was. I don't even know how to explain. It was really touching, you know. It was like finally they're together on stage at the same time. And again, as I mentioned, like they've been on stage together before, but not like this, you know, just not like this. And that was just, yeah. I'm moving on. Dreaming. Dreaming is another one of the old favorite Million Live song. Seeing the entire cast of Senpai Kohai, basically Namco Million Stars, sing it was beautiful. It was really, again, that was touching as well. Just right after I saw Mirai and Haruka on stage, I saw everybody, all my favorite girls from Namco and Million Stars perform, and it was great. I was happy. The final song before the encore was Masterpiece. Fitting song, makes sense. The encore was surprisingly longer than I thought it would be. It was fine. Of course, it was Utamas, because it has to be Utamas. I mean, it's Utamas. Surprisingly, I thought that the final song was gonna be Thank You, and somehow they never did Thank You, which is fine too, because they ended with The World Is All One, and that just means everything, you know. Again, it's the first live outside of Japan. It was broadcast. It was broadcast in Hong Kong and Korea and Japan, and yeah, that's the world, like, and producers from all over the world flew from there, you know, like Philippines, Malaysia, Canada, United States, Germany, France, apparently. I mean, just look at our picture. That picture we took on day 2. It was. The world is all one. I mean, that's what it is. That's, yeah, and so where do I stand about Idol Master Million Live after this live? Is, I think part of me just refused to let Million Live into my life. I don't know whether I did this consciously or unconsciously, but now I do have the motivation. it's different. I guess seeing them perform live did exactly what I thought it would do, and it completely changed my worldview of them. And it's great. Thank you. I mean, thank you, Namco. Thank you, Bandai. Thank you, Lentis. Thank you, Taiwan. Thank you, Idolmaster. And you know what? I love Idolmaster. I really do. I really love Idolmaster. That's what I learned. I mean, I knew, I've always known it, but I love Idolmaster. I do. But enough of that Stappy story. One of the main reasons I went to Taiwan was also the Off-Kai, which I knew Taiwan would deliver. I'm sure you've seen the videos on Twitter. Day one Off-Kai was insane. It was off the charts. We had a DJ, we had a VJ. The DJ left right after he finished DJing to go back to Japan to go see Tokyo 7 Sisters. Day two was amazing. It was a smaller kind of event, just like more of our group kind of thing. It was pretty cool. It got pretty crazy too. I think some of you saw the videos and heard the stories, and no regrets at all. When I came back to Canada, I got sent to secondary screening because I had been to Taiwan only for 4 days, and it kind of makes sense. And the custom agent asked me if everything was worth it to go just for 4 days, and I was like, heck yeah. yeah. Taiwan, like Namco MILLIONSTARS in Taiwan was beautiful, and thank you. I think that's about it for my event report. Yeah. As always, I'm Chris, the average Mickey P, and thank you for watching. Oh, by the way, side note, I know that some of you were kind of flustered last time by the amount of boxes, by the one box I had, and so just for you guys, I decided to add more unopened boxes, and I hope you enjoy.